Dirt roads to rock crawling, two-buck chuck to screaming eagle, moonshine to 50-year-old single malt. We talk about it all here on Wheelin' Wine and Whiskey with your hosts, Jason and Chris.
Welcome to the Wheeling Wine and Whiskey Podcast, episode 271. How are you doing, Chris?
Hello? Are you there?
Hi.
Hi.
Check. Mic check. Is this on?
Testing 1, 2, 3. This is the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. Sir. What's that from?
Stripes.
Hey, boom.
Yes.
We haven't had a movie reference in a quick minute.
Oh, yeah, we have. We slide them in. Sneaky.
Sneaky.
So,
anyway.
Here we are. We're deep into summer now.
Oh, yeah.
It has been hot. We've had like a 3-week heat wave, would you say? Going on to 4 weeks.
Oh, maybe for you. We had a couple of little respites.
A little respite.
I mean, yesterday it was 98, 99 here, and today it's 90. So I'll take that. That's nice.
It's definitely cooler this week. And it's great. I was over in Tahoe this weekend, and it was like 30 degrees cooler over there. Plus we had rain and thunderstorms going on, which I'll talk about in a minute. But
all kinds of exciting. Yeah. Well, that's the High Sierra weather pattern for you. You never know what you're going to get. It's like a box of chocolates.
Yep. If you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes.
They say that about New England too. I think
that's why you always bring rain gear on the Rubicon.
That's right.
At least a tarp. One of those free tarps that they give away at Harbor Freight a couple times a year.
Sure.
I always grab one of those. I think that's a good item to have. They're small, they pack up nice, and you just throw that in the Jeep and the buggy, and at least you got some sort of protection from the elements.
It's like a condom for your car.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Don't leave home without it.
Too thin for your four-wheeling pleasure. All right. Well, let's I do have something about the Rubicon, so we had that great episode with the Texans.
Yeah. Texans on the con.
Brett, Scott, Stan, families were up there, and they made it back home safely.
Good to hear.
But when I was driving out, I failed to mention I've always joked about this in the safety clinic, but I've never actually had somebody say it with authority on the trail.
Oh, what's that?
So, I left them Tuesday morning. I drove out by myself.
Right.
Just getting past the springs. I was near Rocky Top, or near the Black Sheep Camp, Dirty Dozen, before the Dirty Dozen, but it's called Rocky Point. It's the granite slabs past the springs and right before Dirty Dozen Camp. Anyways, I come up on this Jeep and they're it's stock-ish. And they were stacking rocks.
Uh-huh.
So I just shut off the engine. I didn't want to intimidate them. And so I held back, and then they were stacking rocks, and boom, they got through. So the guy that was stacking rocks comes up to me. He goes, "Hey, we'll move ahead for you. There's a big clearing up here." I go, "Yeah, no problem." And then he goes, "Do you want me to move those rocks I just stacked?"
Yeah.
And I did. I immediately say, yeah, just to be a dick, right? I'm like, yeah, I would like you to move those rocks. And he's like, okay. And then he started walking off. And I go, no, dude, I'm just joking. He goes, no, I'm serious. And I said, I know you're serious. And that's what's really funny right now. I said, I've never had anybody ask me that before. But yeah, he was, wanting to move the rocks because he saw this 43-inch tire coming at him on the
Well, isn't that the etiquette of the trail, though? Yeah, you're definitely capable, but I think returning the trail to the condition you had it in before.
But those rocks move so much. And like I always said in the safety click, that was the joke. I'm like, okay, well, this is why you want a passenger with gloves so that they can get out and stack rocks. And I said, all the rocks are numbered, so be sure you put them back exactly where you got them from. Right. That's what I say during the safety clinic, and I get a little chuckle out of everybody. And then I go, no, just kidding. But it actually, maybe he took the class. Maybe he was one of my students over the year.
Do you know who I am? Well, that's cool.
Anyways, I thought that was pretty funny. Would you like me to move those rocks, sir?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to take video of you doing it.
So, no, I'll just burn out on them and move them myself.
Check the bottoms and make sure you get the numbers right.
Yeah, it wasn't even that bad. Yeah, I keep my feathers numbered for just such an emergency. I say.
Yeah, we're a little punchy right now, but
okay. What do you got?
Well, I mean, it's just like you said earlier. It's the dog days of summer, and we're as we record this, we're I think 3 days from the beginning of Sierra Trek. So hopefully,
it is here. It's Sierra Trek week. Yeah,
absolutely. So that's a major premier event for Cal 4, big fundraising event for Cal 4 annually, and this is always well attended. So hopefully. Some of our listeners will be up there at Meadow Lake, Summit City, enjoying the ambiance and the weather and the excitement and the wheeling.
The weather's looking good this week too.
Yeah, absolutely. So, if you're heading up that way, make sure you safe travels. Look for us on the lake, not the lake bed. God, what am I?
Meadow Lake.
Kind of fast forwarding.
You're already thinking of KOH.
I'm thinking of KOH. Which is only 169 days away.
169 days from when this episode airs. Giggity, giggity.
What's that, Kevin? Your car's not ready?
Kevin. 169 days. I know you're listening. Hello. This is your conscious speaking.
Get the countdown timer going.
Get your car done. Don't bring a hoopty to KOH this year. Right. Get your car done.
Anyway, we'll talk about KOH, but back to Sierra Trek.
Okay, your conscious is going to go back to drinking bourbon.
Oh yeah, drinking bourbon.
Conscious out.
So yeah, hopefully we'll see you all up there at Meadow Lake in a couple days, and it should be fun. A lot of great activities scheduled. What did I hear? Somebody posted something about no campfire. Is that been
okay? Yeah. So Tahoe Forest issued a strict no campfire policy. They're we're not fucking around this year, and I get it, and because stupid people can't fucking put out their campfires, so they can't be responsible. So let's just shut it down. It has been. We just talked about 3 weeks of really dry weather.
Oh yeah.
So it is. It's a tinderbox. So I'm fine with it. I'm good. I'll put a little lantern out. A little propane fire pit's fine if you got one of those.
Make sure you have your fire permit though for that too.
You have to have a fire permit for that. We talked about this before, and your barbecues and stoves. Charcoal barbecues are okay. Mm-hmm. And gas barbecues, obviously. But yeah, but there is going to be a campfire in main camp because that is on private property, and they've got a fire permit and they've got water and resources to put it out ASAP. So
right. Big water truck.
So they are allowing main campfire. I did hear from one of the higher ups that was going to happen.
Good.
Friday and Saturday night. But anyways, the individual campsites, no. So,
there you go. No campfires, but let's be safe. And, looking at the fire season so far, that park fire that's burning up near Chico, east of Redding, it's big. I think I read somewhere it's either the third or fourth largest wildfire in California history.
Yeah.
That's no joke.
And what, it started from a car fire?
Started from a car that some pedophile or,
what?
The guy was like a multi-convicted felon that was out on parole, and this is his third strike, and he's probably going to go to jail for life, which he should have been there in the first place. But yeah, I mean, the guy's got a rap sheet a mile long from what I've been reading.
Geez.
So,
oh boy. Okay.
So anyway, yeah, let's be careful out there, people.
But there's, Trek's right here. So I'll be up there. Look for me, walking around. No booth this year. I am free and easy. I have 0 commitments, and I'm looking forward to that. I'm not emceeing. I'll help out if they need some help here and there, but I am not signed up to do anything. So that's going to be good.
All right. Party on, guys. Sweet. Okay, cool. Well, that's coming right up around the corner. And then, God, what else is happening? God, so much. I just kind of switching gears real quick. I got my truck smogged because I live in California still. And I actually had one of the best experiences smogging my big diesel truck recently. And Typically, I like to get there first thing in the morning, try to be the first one at the store so I can be in and out quick. And I true to form, I'm an early riser anyway, so they don't open until 8 a.m., but I showed up at like 7:45, and the owner of the place was out in the parking lot with his blower, clearing the dust and debris and leaves, whatever, and making it look nice for the customers. And he kind of nodded at me. I nodded at him, acknowledging our presence to each other. And I was parked, nicely. And after a few minutes, he started rolling up the big roll-up doors, and then he opened the office area where it's an old gas station that's been converted to a smog station. They took the pumps out and all that. So I kind of look at him and I said, I'm gonna take a chance here and walk in and see if he's gonna let me sign up right now. And I walk in there, he's like, hey, good morning. I say, hey, good morning. You ready? He's like, yeah, let's get this done. And it was like 6 or 7:50 at that point. So I'm like, cool. Okay. It's not even officially open yet. So, and I have the camper on the truck too, because I didn't want to take it off to do the smog.
Yeah.
So we do the real quick paperwork, fill in my name, sign on the dotted line, give him the keys. He brings it over. He doesn't bring it into the bay because that would have been bad with the camper on there.
Oh, it would have been bad.
But he parks it in front, and they don't do the sniffer.
They don't have to hook it up to a machine or anything.
Well, they do the OBD, but he does a visual, and he does. Well, they don't even do the throttle blip anymore. Apparently, it's just a visual and OBD2 to make sure there's been no programs put in or modifications to the ECU or whatever they call the powertrain control module. Dude, and I had a coupon for $45 or $39.95 for the smog check. Didn't know if it was going to be legit or not because diesel seemed to be more expensive. Anyway, 10 minutes later, the place still isn't even officially open. I'm paid $45 out the door, including the DMV fee, DMV dock fee or whatever, and the fee for the smog test. And I was back home by 8:05.
Nice.
Passed with flying colors. I was super stoked. It was cool. So that's the way I like it to be. I don't think we should have to do a smog test, but this is the world we live in, being here in California. But if it had to be, that was as painless as it could be, quite frankly, and I'm happy about it.
Yeah, that's good. Good. Right on. Yep. Don't have to do that anymore.
No.
So thankful. It's just a money grab.
Well, of course it is. And I mean, if I didn't have that coupon, I think it would have been close to $90. And
$80, yeah.
That doesn't sit well with me for 10 minutes worth of work for $80 or $90.
Well, that's state's getting it.
Well, I know
this guy's getting like $25 or whatever.
But anyway, it was good. I don't know. I mean, I hear about these people that, you see everybody that modifies their trucks or deletes them or whatever. And I mean, that whole thing that when I was at Left Coast Diesel getting my truck serviced last month, or I guess that was 2 months ago now, but, he's like, the owner there is like, I'd just delete everybody if I could, but obviously in California, we can't do that. We got to keep the EGR cooler and keep the EGR and keep the DPF and the DEF and the blah, 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 and the blah-de-de blah, blah, blah. And I mean, how much more crap can they bolt to these engines to keep them clean, I guess. So, but that's kind of getting off into a tangent.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So we do have some reviews. Do you have voicemails at all?
I got a couple voicemails here.
All right, I'm gonna drink a little bit of wine here. And
you want voicemails first?
Let's do voicemails while I drink my wine.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Let's see. And
I want to go wheeling.
Well, you got next week. It's your trick.
Woo-hoo. Jason, Chris, this is Brett from Texas. Just heading eastbound and down. Just left Wilcox, Arizona. Was in Las Vegas this morning, and yesterday I left Yosemite National Park. Before that, spent 3 days on the Rubicon Trail and 2 days on Fordyce Creek Trail. Woo-hoo. And man, what an epic adventure! I had a lot of expectations for the trip, high expectations, and I think every single one of them were met. It was just phenomenal overall. So thanks for the inspiration and all the tips and help along the way. And Jason, thanks for coming in with us and spending the night at Buck Island and getting to run, go through the trail with us. It was super awesome experience, and glad we're able to share some fantastic Garrison Brothers bourbon as well.
Yeah.
So hope y'all are having a good one. And with that, enjoy the sun. I'm out.
There we go.
Nice.
All right, Brett.
Channeling
He's a
his-
Ford guy too.
Channeling his inner Don.
Yes. So that was cool. Yeah. So that was Brett from Texas. Went into the Rubicon with them, and yeah, they had a good rest of their trip in the NorCal trails and Yosemite, Vegas,
Oh yeah,
Nevada. I mean, man, they did it up right. They really did.
that's cool. I mean, it was like what, a week and a half, 2 weeks on the road for them. Or?
Yeah. It was like a 2-week ordeal
That's cool. Definitely.
because they burned up 6 days just driving here and back.
Shit.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you gotta go slow and steady, right? If you're towing heavy or what? Were they towing or they?
Uh-huh.
Oh, they were. Okay. Right on. Well, that's cool. Glad you guys
Well,
had a
that'd be
good
a long
time.
drive in the buggy.
Those
Long
rigs aren't
drive.
street legal in any way, shape, or form. Or?
One of them was.
One was. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
So that's cool. All right. I should entertain yourself for a second because this is going to benefit you. I'm going to grab that bottle of Garrison off the whiskey shelf so I don't forget to bring it with me to Trek so you can try it.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
All right. All right.
I'm
Stand by.
gonna read a review while you're gone.
Okay. Do that.
So we've got this is somebody. So I think I've mentioned it before on the show, but Spotify has a way of if you listen to the shows on Spotify, there's a way to comment. And what's cool about that system or setup and operation is that you can the comments are specific to an episode. So, for example, this one comment I have is regarding episode 266, which is titled Bailey Cole and Crew Chief Jack, and that. That episode we recorded when we were down at over in Prairie City during the Ultra 4 races. The was that the SmackDown? Is that what that was? Or no, I don't know.
Stampede.
Stampede.
Your whiskey's safe, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah.
Good. So here we go. So it's from Tortured Wit. And
Tortured Wit.
And I just wanted to thank Lorenzo for making sure Jason and Chris posted all of their amazing episodes on Spotify. 5 stars. A must listen if you enjoy off-roading. Hilariously fun banter and adult libations. Very cool. I think that's the end.
Nice.
To see more. Yeah, that's cool. So yeah, it's Tortured Wit on Spotify. So if you listen on Spotify, there's a way to comment and we'll definitely read them. So Tortured Wit, make sure you DM Jason on the gram and he'll send you a sticker.
Yep. Got a few stickers left.
Yeah. So you got that bourbon?
It's packed.
It's packed. All right. Good
You're
for
good.
you. All right.
It's sitting right next to Lorenzo. It's fine.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah. Good job.
Lorenzo. Oh, he's walking away with that. Damn. You didn't waste no time.
Man.
Oh, he's putting it in the camper. He said, okay.
Sure.
Okay.
As
All right.
Going down the.
I checked the level. I marked the level. So don't be getting any ideas over there, Lorenzo.
Heading down the driveway, heading down the street, heading to to CVI.
I got a view of the driveway right now. I can see if he starts walking down the driveway with it.
Perfect. You'll hear him clopping too.
He might bury it in the backyard. You know how dogs bury bones, donkeys bury whiskey. So
Oh, perfect.
maybe.
Nice. Hey, Chris Horton surfaced again and made a review on Spotify.
Yeah. All right.
So he commented on episode 258, Maximum Max's Triumphant Return, Part 1. I know that's kind of an old episode. Well, old in our world, but it's just still this year. But Chris Horton, Horton with a who, he wrote, nice work getting Max back on the air. Liked listening to Max talk about his build. Perfect. Right on, Chris. Thank you. I'm glad we could bring that to you. That's awesome.
Gonna see him up at Trek.
I bet.
Yep.
See if
Full blue.
If he can leave his breakdown
Revised blue.
breakdown on Fordyce again. And
He's got all new shit, man.
get a parking
He's
ticket.
all rebuilt.
He got a parking ticket the last time he broke down.
He did get a parking ticket from Glen Plake.
Yeehaw.
I got a parking ticket too. I got it sitting right here on my desk.
From where?
From Glen Plake.
Oh, well, shit.
See?
Oh, yeah. There you go.
They're from Pit Viper. And it looks like a violation, but it's funny. So you can check off all these different things.
Yep.
Like, ugly ass car, vehicle lacks a cassette player, vehicle is not a limousine. I don't know, something about you I just don't like. You should stick to public transit. Failure to honk when horny.
Wow.
Too many Taco Bell wrappers on the dashboard. So it's just a bunch of random shit that they have on there. Parking at my mom's house last night.
Wow.
So anyways, and then he put too much amazing food, too much hospitality. Yeah. So that was last year at Trek. That was fun.
Yeah, right on. Is he coming up this year or is he at the Olympics?
Yes.
Yes, he's at the Olympics, or yes, he's coming up?
No, yes, he's in France. So no, he won't be there.
All right, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
I figured with the Olympics being in Paris and whatnot, he'd probably be in.
I think he's participating.
Oh, yeah? Skateboarding or water skiing or?
Yeah, so I think Glenn is doing the cycling in the Olympics because he's been riding his ass off there in France. So,
well, he knows people.
Wouldn't that be great?
I was actually
Winter and Summer Olympics.
That's right. I was watching the Olympics when I was having breakfast this morning in the tap house at work, and it was my favorite event of the Olympics, which is women's beach volleyball.
Of course.
I'm like, what is going on the screen here? It's like, I don't think they could, if they could find a tighter suit, I think they'd wear it or not wear it.
Hey, it's a beach thing.
Exactly. And the other thing that was on the split screen was, this is weird. They got basketball and they've got the dream team with, Steph Curry and LeBron James and all those guys from the NBA. But this wasn't full court basketball. This was like street basketball, half court basketball. And I was like, how is that even an Olympic event? But whatever.
I don't know. I haven't watched any of it.
No, I used to, because I'm a traditionalist of thinking the Olympics, decathlon and track and field and whatever other sports.
I love that video game, track and field video game. That was fun.
Yeah. So, but yeah, they've got all sorts of the weird events now, and golf is a thing, baseball's a thing, and I guess whatever. It's not the Olympics we grew up with. It's all new and
no,
newfangled.
It's so different.
So, all right. So, we got any more voicemails?
Yeah, I got one more.
Oh, okay. Let's hear it.
Hey, boys, Rover Don here on my morning commute, listening to the last episode. Yeah, good to, like you said, listen to or enjoy the trail with people who haven't been there before. Your group of Texans there sound like a good group of guys, and it's so true. It really is very enjoyable to get out there and see it fresh through their eyes with somebody who hasn't been before. But the real reason I'm calling is Chris. What the hell? You woke up today and chose violence. First, you got the rant about the slow mergers. You're ready to burn Los Angeles down, and now you want to just beat the hell out of the people who didn't put the fire out all the way. Man, who pissed in your Wheaties today?
Wow.
Anyway, that's about all I got, and we'll leave it with you there. And let's see here, 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, Toyotas suck.
Yes,
Later.
they do.
He did a little countdown. That's great.
Oh yeah, Toyotas suck. Later.
Okay, just had to play that again. Thanks, Don.
He's not wrong about
He's not wrong. Don is not wrong.
He's not wrong. And
But you did choose violence.
I think that might have to be the solution sometimes. It seems like common sense is not winning out much anymore. It just isn't,
I know.
I mean, I don't going back to the whole campfire, not putting it out, that's zero tolerance right there. I just don't understand what is going on in somebody's head when they fail to adhere to the rules.
Right.
I mean, it's not about them. We're talking about an entire ecosystem or an entire region that could be destroyed. I mean, we mentioned the park fire earlier in the episode. I mean, the ramifications are freaking monstrous, and it's like, oh, it'll never happen to me. Oh, you don't know that, and just be responsible. Don't be a dick and put your fire out. That's all.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
Okay.
Enough on that. So, yeah, And then what else? Oh, I think we have another review. We're kind of
okay.
ping-ponging back and forth. And
Good.
this is from our favorite Aussie,
Yin and yang.
Charles.
Charles Locke?
That's right.
Oh, hey, Charles. How's it going? Good day, mate.
He commented on episode 256, which is titled Catching Up with Cole and Sky from SXOR.
Oh, yeah.
This has been in the queue for a while. I'm going to approve it right now. But he writes, good. I'm not going to try to do it in an Australian accent.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. It's not good.
Good episode as usual. Was good to hear the stories from SXOR. A good listen always, even if they don't always talk about whiskey we can buy down under. Wow. Sorry. Can't help you with the import-export thing there, Charles. Right on. Thank you for writing in, Charles. And
that's cool.
Very cool. Always love to hear from our longtime listeners and get the feedback that we crave and like. So I'm going to approve that right now. So it's going live.
Yeah, Sky was in town here a couple of weeks ago in Carson City.
Oh, yeah?
For some military stuff, but we could not connect. He was pretty much meetings from sunup to sundown and then dinners after that. And VIP, very, very important.
Well, they're movers and shakers, man.
So, but hopefully next time be able to, I want to stop by their shop. I might take a little side trip on the way out to Trail Hero or the way back this year and go see their operation. I think that'd be cool.
How much of a bypass is that? Because, I mean,
it's Salt Lake City.
Yeah, so you'd have to drive.
Yeah.
Instead of going down 395, you'd go out 80.
Well, you can come up too. You can, it's all Utah.
It's all Utah. Yeah, that'd be cool. So, yeehaw.
It'd be a diversion, but it'd be good. Let's see. Oh, so I met JK Four-Wheeler on Instagram this weekend at Camp Richardson while we were camping out there.
Oh, yeah.
He was,
saw that.
I was camped across the way. He was next door to my buddies. And, yeah, I was DMing him. And I go, yeah, I'll be there Friday night. And sure enough, so I met him and his friends, and they're from down south there.
Mm-hmm.
Got some nice Tiffin motorhomes.
Oh yeah,
nice, real nice. Yeah, they set up a killer camp. They're up there for like a couple weeks or something, 10 days.
That's not
so. Yeah, that was cool to bump into him and gave him some stickers and magnetic koozie there. So yeah, that was cool. And then I guess in turn, I just got an email here. We got an email from him stating that he's not going to make it to Trek, but he has a bottle of, let's see here, whiskey that he brought from Scotland for us. And it will be transported up there by one of his buddies. So hopefully we connect up and we get to try that.
Sweet.
Yeah.
It's got to be Scotch, right? If it's from Scotland.
Right. Scotch whiskey.
Yeah.
I know it's not bourbon.
Nope.
But I had a weather event that I've never experienced before on the way to Camp Richardson.
Yeah, you texted me about that. And I didn't understand the
tried calling you. I needed help, but you wouldn't answer the damn phone.
Yeah, well,
I thought I was going to die.
Well, like Lorenzo was supposed to save you.
No, he was safe at home, but it was starting to get. We have these thunderstorms up here in the summer. It's not unusual. And so I could see out across the valley and I could see rain. And so I'm like, oh, yeah, all right. No big deal. Cool things off a bit.
Yeah. Make it muggy.
So I leave my house at like 5:30 and I get out on 395. And then all of a sudden I'm staring down a wall of brown dust storm. So I know they call it a haboob.
You said boob.
It's not a good boob. It's a bad boob. It's a haboob. What's all the haboob about?
You said boob. I looked it up. I looked up haboob on Wikipedia. And
yeah, it's right here. You going to read it or am I going to read it?
I don't have it up on my screen. You're going to have to
I got it right here. So during thunderstorm formation, winds move in a direction opposite of the storm's travel. As they move from all directions into the thunderstorm. When the storm collapses and begins to release precipitation, wind directions reverse, gusting outward from the storm and generally gusting the strongest in the direction of the storm's travel. So when the downdraft of this cold air or downburst reaches the ground, it blows dry, loose silt and clay, collectively dust, up from the desert, creating a wall of airborne sediment that precedes the storm cloud. This wall of dust can be up to 62 miles wide, several kilometers in elevation.
So wait,
at their strongest, Haboob winds.
Why no bigger than 62?
I don't know. At their strongest, it's Wikipedia. They're not wrong. Haboob winds. It's on the internet. Travel from 22 to 62 miles an hour, and they may approach with little or no warning. Often rain does not appear at the ground level as it evaporates in the hot, dry air, a phenomenon known as Virga. The evaporation cools the rushing air even further and accelerates it. Occasionally, when the rain does persist, it can contain a considerable quantity of dust. So, yeah, it was like somebody was taking shovelfuls of gravel and throwing it at my truck.
Wow.
I was dead on into it. Had the camper on. I was waiting for my windshield to collapse. I was waiting for the front window of the camper to get caved in. It was the most severe weather I have ever driven through. And the winds were like, it was consistently mainly from the front, but every once in a while you get this crazy gust from the side, and it felt like 7 big football players pushing on the side of my truck. And I was surprised the truck didn't go over, honestly.
Wow.
It was fucking severe. And I look in my rearview mirror. I can't see anybody in front of me. I look at my rearview mirror. Now, mind you, it's still daylight. You know, it's 5:30 in the afternoon, but it is overcast. And then now you got a wall of dust to drive through and gravel. I looked behind me and I saw emergency flashers everywhere and people pulling off the road. But there was nowhere to go. I wasn't going to stop because that's like the worst thing you can do is people start running into you.
That's when the big rig rear ends you.
Exactly. So I just embraced the suck and throttled back.
Embrace the suck.
And my windshield is fully pitted like you took a sandblaster to it. You can't see out it very well anymore. The whole front of the truck's just fucking sandblasted. Absolutely sandblasted. And some on the sides. It sucks. Yeah. Yeah. But, fucking Haboob.
You see any tumbleweeds?
Haboob. There were some tumbleweeds coming at me too. Yeah.
Like house-sized ones or?
Yeah, they were little guys.
Any cows flying through the air?
That was the least. Well, you know what was interesting? Wildlife knows what the hell's going on sometimes, even cows that aren't that smart, but they were like huddled together. I noticed in the fields, and I go, storm a brewing.
So you think
storm coming?
The more intelligent cows like circle around me. I don't know what they're gonna do. What they say to convince the other cows. The less senior cows to be on the outside.
They said, huddle up. Danger ahead.
No, you're on the outside. But if you're not on the inside, you're on the outside.
I was trying to get to one of the side roads to go towards the foothills, but there was no time. There was no time at all.
How long did it last?
Oh, you just blasted right through it. I mean, it felt like a fucking half an hour, but it was probably like 4 or 5 minutes.
Shit.
Driving through it, and then there was a second one right behind it.
Huh.
There was like a clearing. And you still had some winds, but not nearly as strong. And then all of a sudden, boom, again.
Well, you want the full Nevada experience. I think you've gotten it now. Is that?
Well, it is what it is. But thank God I wasn't in like the Shelby or something. That would have been really bad.
Or the 32.
Yeah. Oh, no way. Yeah.
Fuck. Well, I'm sorry that happened. I'm a bummer about your windshield.
Are you really, though?
It's a Ford.
Are you really?
I'm glad you're okay.
Thanks.
Shit can be replaced, but
yeah, it can. Definitely going to get the windshield replaced, and then going to have to see what I'm going to do with the front there. I mean, the headlights, everything is just fucking pitted.
Just wrap it.
Yeah. Okay. I'll put a green checkered wrap on it. Camo wrap.
And then you could park in green vehicle only parking spots or what?
No, that's what Tyler has on his
I know.
rig.
I thought we weren't going to talk about the Snail Boys anymore.
No, that's right. All right, so that's that.
Speaking of them, you know, the guy on the Snail Boys that we do like, Jimmy, you know, he's in Ireland right now.
Yeah.
Living the dream.
Right.
So he's going to come back with an Irish brogue.
No, that's cool. He is the world traveler. Well, that's all I got on my list. What do you got?
Really, that's kind of it. It's a short episode. I know we got a lot of shit going on.
I got to pack. I got to work on the buggy. I got to pack. I got shit to do, man.
Shit to
I
do.
got to get ready for Trek.
And I'm slammed at work. So, yeah, it's just living life. The way I live and the way you live, it's are kind of different, but but yeah, hopefully, you guys make it up to Trek. Jason will be there. I will not be there for Trek itself. I will be there the following week for 5 or 6 nights. And, I'm looking forward to that, to get out of town and get up to the mountains. I need a little bit of mountain therapy. It's kind of important. So hopefully if you're going to be at Trek, you stick around for a few days afterwards. We'll be able to hook up and partake in some bourbon or whiskey. And
yeah, for
wine.
sure. Yeah, that's looking forward to it, man. This is my Shangri-La.
Yeah, right on. Okay, cool. Well, hopefully we'll see everybody up there. And until then,
With that,
we're out.